Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I have a fun project for you to do with your kids when they're allowed to be with you, and it also doubles as a healthy snack. So don't you hate it when you go to McDonald's and you got all those deals going and you spend all your points on extra french fries? What are you gonna do? I mean, I already had like 3 large french fries and I got an extra medium laying around, so what better to do than to make mashed potatoes with it? Because as we know, mashed potatoes are made out of potatoes, and so are McDonald's french fries, supposedly. So, if I pour these bad boys out, why don't we try to mash them up and see what they become? So I guess it really is just as simple as, see, what this requires is patience. The french fries are very much worth it in the end, but you gotta be a little patient in order to make sure they're as good as they can be. Because if you get a little too antsy and you finish too early, they're gonna just be like normal french fries. They're not gonna be enough like that mashed potato consistency that you're looking for. And on another note, why don't I talk about something? I would like to talk about why I'm doing these videos, get a little personal with you all. This will also serve as somewhat of something for me to look back on in the future. I'll be like, oh, that's what I was thinking at that point. I was so stupid. And I'm sure that'll happen with this video. So, hello, future me. The reason I've been making these videos is because, as you may know, I used to have a series, KTPH News. Ooh, I shouldn't say that in a school name. And I would film a video, and I'd edit a video every day. It started out as something that the seniors wanted to do when I was in 9th grade, and they wanted to do this news show. So they, all on their own, did like 9 episodes of it. I think they just called it KTPH Morning News or something like that. And I was like, ooh, I want to do this. So slowly, I kept working on these videos for them, and eventually, they kind of lost interest, but I kept doing them. And then slowly, the next year when those seniors had graduated, there were still some people who wanted to do things. So the next year, I also made videos. On the first year, I probably made like 50 videos every single day. Well, Monday through Thursday. No, Friday, because we had half days on Friday. But Monday through Thursday, I made videos. I made about like 50, I think it was like 56 or something. And then the next year, I made 100, like 30, 136 maybe. And that was like the prime year. Because, so at the start of the year, I had a lot of people telling me what I could and couldn't do in the videos. Not necessarily, but, it was like other people's projects that, I couldn't just like, film what I wanted. Like, half the time I wasn't even in the videos. I did edit them every time, though. And eventually a point came, well, there was a point where people didn't really care about making the videos anymore. But, people would still do them with me, or other people would just do them on their own every so often. But at some point, our theater teacher quit, and so, halfway through the year, and so I was just able to do whatever I wanted. Like, the school did not care. Like, it was, I would say, the best year of my life that year. Very fun. I could do, well, I couldn't do anything. Of course, if something crazy happened and a teacher reported it, that wouldn't be good. But, since I'm a big brain enough to know what is and isn't appropriate and how to push the lines, I was just able to do all this amazing stuff. I've always had a love of disgusting food on videos, like now. So I did this thing called Kip's Kitchen, based on Hell's Kitchen. It was very fun. But to get to the point, this year, I don't have that theater teacher anymore, and I don't really have a means of making videos very often, especially good ones. I still want to make, the big videos like my first channel has, that take a long time to edit and are like my big projects, but I really miss making these types of videos. And while they're not as fun, obviously, to do them alone, and, I can't really show them to like a set audience like my school, they're still fun enough. And I guess it just goes to show how much I love making videos, because even when I'm reduced to this, like, first world problems, am I right? But yeah, even when, I have to do these videos on my own, I still want to do them. And, maybe one day these videos will mean something or maybe not. But, you know what they say. You gotta throw your cakes into the ocean until one of them gets picked up by a bird. See, that's just a little expression I came up with. It's a very good expression. Basically, the cakes are my videos. You can either do a bunch of little cakes or like a big cake. And these are like little cakes, you know, I drop them into the ocean, and I just gotta hope you, the viewer, you're the bird, you gotta pick up my video, and you gotta soar through the sky, and you gotta watch it, and you gotta save it from hitting the ocean, you gotta consume it, you know. And so you watching, I thank you. You are one of the few birds. I really appreciate that, you know. And so, you know, I think you all should use that expression in your own lives, because I think it just fits in any situation, you know. Like when the foreclosure happens, right? It's like, oh, I better pay them that bank back, or I'm going to lose everything I own. You know, it's like, you know, the bank is the bird, and you got to convince the bird to pick up your cake, which is like your plea. There has to be a better example. I'm sorry, I can't think of a better example than that. But I think you get my point. And these are still not looking like mashed potatoes. Okay, I'm back, and I have a solution. I have a plate, an actually flat surface, where I can mush the french fries. Oh, so much better. And you can actually see what's happening. Oh, yeah. Okay, I found this new strategy that I think works better than just banging it down. If you just like put it on it and just kind of force the potatoes down, it does a lot better of a job of smushing them than just like banging them quickly into the plate. I think we're actually almost to the consistency that we're looking for of the mashed potatoes. Just with a few more minutes of mushing, I think we'll finally get to that consistency that we've been looking for. And at last, I think we finally have our mashed potatoes. So I don't have a fork on me at the moment, but that's not what counts. I think I can just take a handful of them, you know, eat it like I'm 5 years old, and that'll give me the experience that I need. So, without further ado, let's give these a taste test. So you ever have French fries? That's kind of what these taste like for some reason. Um, so with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.